Cryptids, hauntings, conspiracies, forgotten history. This is the Shadow Frequency Podcast with Matt Wilson. To lure you into the shadows, here's your show's producer, Juniper Ravenwood.
Welcome to the Shadow Frequency, where the shadows whisper secrets too strange to ignore. I'm Juniper, your producer, and tonight we're stepping into a mystery that lurks in the heart of Missouri, years before Roswell cast its shadows over UFO lore. It's spring 1941 and something unnatural falls from the sky near Cape Girardeau. A silver disc, a harbinger of the unknown. What was found there wasn't human, and the truth was buried under a veil of silence. Matt, are you ready to lift that veil?
Oh, I'm ready, Juniper. This isn't just any UFO story. It's got alien bodies, a military cover-up, and a minister caught in the middle.
Ooh.
It's the kind of tale that makes your skin crawl and your mind race.
Perfect. Listeners, prepare yourselves for a journey into the paranormal depths of America's forgotten first contact. Take it away, Matt.
Picture this. It's April 1941, and the world is on the brink of war. In Cape Girardeau, Missouri, life is quiet until a phone rings in the home of Reverend William Huffman, a minister at the Red Star Baptist Church. The sheriff's on the line, voice tense, asking Huffman to come to a crash site 18 miles outside of town, near Chaffee, to pray for the dying. Huffman, a man of faith, agrees, expecting a tragic but familiar scene. What he finds instead is anything but. He arrives to see a silver saucer-shaped craft, smooth, metallic, and utterly alien, split open in a field. Firefighters, police, and locals are already there, their faces pale, their whispers frantic. The air feels wrong, heavy with something unexplainable. And then Huffman sees them. 3 bodies, small and gray, no taller than 4 feet. Their heads are oversized, their black eyes too large for their skulls, mouths and ears mere slits. These are not human souls he's been called to bless. Inside the wreckage, strange symbols, like hieroglyphs from another world, line the walls. Tiny seats and bizarre instruments glint in the dim light, hinting at a technology beyond comprehension. Huffman prays over the beings, his words trembling. As the reality sinks in, he's witnessing something not of this earth. But before the night can end, the military descends. Men in uniforms, faces stern, cordon off the site. They seize the craft, the bodies, every scrap of evidence. Huffman and the others are ordered to forget what they've seen, threatened with the weight of national security. The craft vanishes, the beings vanish, and silence falls over Cape Girardeau. Decades pass, but the secret doesn't die. In the 1990s, Huffman's granddaughter, Charlotte Mann, breaks the silence. She recounts what her grandmother, Floy Huffman, shared on her deathbed. The reverend's story of that night etched into his memory. He even had a photograph, Mann claims, a grainy image of one of those gray beings, held lifeless by human hands. That photo's lost now, but the tale endures. Church records place Huffman at Red Star Baptist in 1941. Local logs from police and fire departments hint at an odd event that spring, but the details are vague. And those beings, small gray with giant heads, sound eerily like the alien grays we hear about later. Was Cape Girardeau the true dawn of America's extraterrestrial saga? A first contact hidden in the shadows waiting to be uncovered? Juniper, doesn't this just grab you? A minister praying over alien bodies, a crash saucer, It's like the universe reached down and touched Missouri that night.
It's haunting, Matt. Those gray beings, the military sweeping it all away. It feels like something out of a nightmare you can't shake.
Right.
I'm hooked, but I'm guessing there's more to this story.
You bet there is. We'll dig deeper after the break, but first, let's hear from our listeners. Over to you, Juniper.
What a wild ride so far. Alien beings crashing in Missouri, a minister caught in the cosmic crossfire, and that cover-up that's lasted decades. It's the kind of story that makes you wonder what else is hiding out there in the dark. Coming up, Matt's got more to unravel, maybe even a twist to test our beliefs. But first, here's Chris Beach to tell you where to catch the shadow frequency and stay in the loop.
Thanks, Juniper. If you're loving the shadow frequency, please like and subscribe and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and all major podcast directories. Visit our website at shadowfrequencypodcast.com to catch all our episodes. Leave a voicemail telling us where you're listening from. We might feature it in our next episode. Check out our Shadow blog for companion articles to our episodes, grab some cool swag from our store, or support us by buying us a coffee. Now let's get back over to Juniper for a dive into the mailbag, where we share your thoughts and stories. Back to you, Juniper.
Thanks, Chris. Now let's dip into the mailbag where we hear from you, our shadowy community. Gotta reach over and hit that button.
It's time for the Shadow Frequency mailbag.
All right, I got a message to share today here, and it says, here's what we got. Hi, Matt and Juniper. Just wanted to say how much I love the Shadow Frequency. I've been binging episodes from my little place out here in New Mexico, and every time I listen, I feel like I'm right there in the studio with you. The stories are fascinating, and the production is top-notch, and your chemistry is unmatched. The Borley Rectory episode gave me chills, and I still can't stop thinking about that invisible scratching part. Yikes. Keep doing what you're doing. You've got a fan for life out here in the desert. All the best, Lori, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Well, Lori, thank you for that glowing note. It means the world to us hearing how these stories stick with you, keeps us going. Want to share your thoughts? Drop us a line at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. Real quick, big thanks to our friends at Shimmerwood for helping us stay chill while diving into the strange and supernatural. Their award-winning CBD seltzers blend full-spectrum CBD with natural fruit shrubs for a crisp, calming drink that's perfect when the weird gets a little too weird. Hey, if you want to try it, you can head over to shimmerwood.com and use our promo code SHADOW25 for 30% off any order. That's SHADOW25 at shimmerwood.com for 30% off. Cheers to a less stress and more strange. All right, back to you, Matt, for the next chapter of this UFO mystery.
Welcome back to the Shadow Frequency. We've been lost in the chilling tale of the 1941 Cape Girardeau UFO crash. Reverend Huffman's encounter with the down saucer and its gray otherworldly passengers. The military buried it, but the story clawed its way out through Charlotte Mann's memories of her grandfather's confession. Let's dive deeper into what this might mean. Imagine the scene, those small gray beings lifeless in the wreckage, their huge eyes staring into nothing. Huffman's prayers must have echoed with unease. A holy man bridging the gap between Earth and the cosmos. The craft's strange symbols and alien tech suggest a civilization far beyond ours, crashing into our world just as war loomed. Could this have been a warning, a message we weren't ready to hear? The military's response only thickens the fog. They didn't just clean up, they erased it, leaving no trace for us to grasp. Yet whispers persist. Those church records, the vague logs, man's tale of a lost photo. It's as if the shadows themselves refuse to let this die. Now here's a twist some raise. What if there's less to this than we hope? Skeptics point to the missing evidence, no craft, no bodies, no photograph ever found. The FBI and Air Force, when asked, say there's no record of this crash in their files. Could it be a story that grew in the telling, a kernel of truth warped by time and imagination? But even that doubt can't erase the chill of those descriptions, small, gray, big-headed beings that match what we'd later call grays. If it's a fabrication, it's a strangely prophetic one. Cape Girardeau might just be the hidden root of UFO lore, a pre-Roswell glimpse of something vast and unknowable watching us from above. Juniper, this story's got layers, creepy cosmic layers. What's your take on it?
It's gripping, Matt. Those alien descriptions feel too real to brush off. But that missing evidence nags at me.
Right.
Maybe the truth's still out there, buried deeper than we can dig.
Maybe so. Let's wrap this one up. Over to you, Juniper.
That's all for tonight's plunge into the shadows on the Shadow Frequency. We've walked the eerie fields of Cape Girardeau, where a silver disc and its gray inhabitants might have changed everything in 1941, only to vanish under military lock and key. Is it America's forgotten first contact or a tale too strange to prove? You decide. Big thanks to our listeners for joining us, and to Lori in Santa Fe for your awesome email. Keep them coming at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. Until next time, stay curious and keep watching the skies. Matt, any last words?
Good night, everyone. Whatever's out there, we'll keep chasing it.
Good night from the shadows. Sleep tight, if you can.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.